10-digit number. In 2020, the call line received nearly 4 million calls, chats, and texts. Workers expect that number will double in this first year. Even though 988 is now live, the 10-digit number still works. That number is right there on your screen, 1-800-273-8255. Meteorologist Robert Gauthreaux joins us live with your Storm Center 7 forecast. Hi, Robert.
A little boomy this morning. Did you hear it? Did it wake you up?
Yes, it did.
It was a little bit loud as it moved through, brought some good rainfall, certainly some strong wind. I mean, it knocked over my fake owl that doesn't work anyway to keep the birds away, although bird tape works really well. But as far as the rain that we can expect for the rest of the weekend, we probably won't see it until later tomorrow evening. Well, let's take a look at what happened this morning. This is a loop of about 7 o'clock to noonish, 1 o'clock, and you can see how kind of strong storms move through. Now, these were warned at the time as severe thunderstorms because they were bringing with them some very strong wind. And you can see here throughout the morning hours, just all these are all little broken tree icons indicating storm damage, mainly trees, but other things too. And so they start from Indiana and they just spread across the Miami Valley. You have a few hidden in there, which are wind gusts, and then even a couple hail reports down in Franklin and Carlisle, about a half-inch size hail. It's technically not severe strength, but it looks like we had a little bit of everything except tornadoes, thankfully. As we look outside now, you can see it's pretty dry here across much of the Buckeye State. Those storms moved through West Virginia and Maryland and pretty much fizzled out. You can see some storms moving across Michigan at the moment, but they're definitely weakening too. They were a little bit stronger until they made landfall, and then you can see they're kind of spread out. You don't see one continuous line, so they're starting to weaken. They're probably going to fade out before they get too deep into Ohio, but we will probably have some cloud cover associated with that and some other cloud cover across Indiana coming our way. So not completely overcast tonight, but we will have some ample cloud cover, enough to keep the temperatures from dropping very rapidly. In fact, we don't expect to get very cool. Probably will get a little cooler than we first anticipated thanks to the rain today, which kept our high temperature pretty low. So that may allow us to drop a little bit farther into the 70s, but it's likely going to be a pretty muggy night. Temperatures now are in the upper 70s in Dayton, 73 in Troy, 72 in Sydney, and we also have extra moisture across the region. The dew points are getting closer to 70 degrees, and as those dew points increase, they indicate how much humidity is in the atmosphere, and so it's harder for that temperature to drop. And so not everyone's in the 70s, just a few are, but all that moisture, it's going to be kind of a muggy Sunday, feeling closer toward the upper 90s, and then even near 100 perhaps in a few places. But Sunday seems to be the hottest day. As we move into the rest of next week, you can see temperatures, if not below average, or at least around average. We're typically about 86 for this time of year, so it should feel a little bit better next week. We actually should drop a little bit of that humidity as well, and it'll make it feel a little bit better outside. It'll allow the temperature to drop. Futurecast shows pretty dry conditions overnight. Those showers to the north fade. You might see a stray shower in Auglaize County. As we move into the afternoon Sunday, pretty quiet, but you notice a little bit busy up there, nothing too intense. And then we do expect some storms to come by the evening hours, lingering into the early morning hours on Monday. So as far as the threat for severe weather tomorrow, there is a slight risk. Wouldn't be surprised if there was an isolated storm or two which could become strong, mainly producing some strong wind gusts like we saw today or some large hail. Otherwise, 74 for the low tonight, aside from a passing shower, staying dry. And then into next week, with the cooler temperatures, you can also expect better chances of some pop-up showers and thunderstorms as well.
All right, thank you, Robert. What would you do with $780 million? Well, you have another chance to find out. We break down the odds you have to win this week's Mega Million Lottery.